Morgan into right, way back, plenty deep. Hall is there, makes the catch. Here comes Gutierrez, and that is your ball game. The Brewers win again.
Another improbable win delivered by T. Plush. Think about this for Nyjer Morgan. A strikeout and a sacrifice fly never looked better in a 2-1 win. That happened on Sunday and helped Milwaukee keep their 5-game lead now in the National League Central Division. Welcome to Miller Park on a gorgeous August night. A new division opponent and a new series as the LA Dodgers come to town for the first of a 4-game series against your first-place Brewers. Hi, everybody. Our broadcast continues here on Fox Sports Wisconsin. The Brewers just wrapping up a big 18-game stretch, and they certainly did very well against the Central Division. It was the Central focus. A critical test perhaps scored as an A+ because the Brewers came out with a 16-2 record and a big lead, that 5-game cushion now in the Central. They beat teams they were supposed to, like Houston, Chicago, and Pittsburgh, and a team they're battling for the title, the St. Louis Cardinals. But the task not done just yet for Milwaukee. They were able to put up good numbers there. They got to keep it going. And now it's up to the Mound Masters tonight. Both teams pitching very well, but Rock and BA tell us they have some tough hitters to get out before this one is done. The first of 4 on the way against the Dodgers next on Fox Sports Wisconsin.
Sports Wisconsin is presented by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. By Triple Hop Brewed Miller Lite. Taste greatness. By AT&T. And brought to you by Toyota, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Brewers and the Toyota territory at Miller Park.
Oh, now that is how you get ready for a ball game. Got my partner Bill Schroeder salivating over here as we get ready for Major League Baseball here at Miller Park. It is the Brewers and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Randy Wolf against Ted Lilly, a couple of stylish left-handers. Wolf, the former Dodger, and Ted Lilly, a 2-time All-Star, former Cub, back at Miller Park. And hi, everybody. We welcome you from Miller Park. Great to have you with us tonight alongside Bill Schroeder. I'm Brian Anderson. Brewers coming off a 3-game sweep of the Pittsburgh Pirates. They continue their successful play here at Miller Park. And, Rock, when you usually get the Dodgers and the Brewers together, you're talking about a great pitching staff and a great offense for Milwaukee. But both pitching staffs deserve some recognition in this series.
Yeah, both of these pitching staffs red hot. So on paper, you figure this is going to be a low-scoring series, but you just don't know. I mean, the starting rotation for the Los Angeles Dodgers has been very good all season long, but the one guy you really have to focus in on, Clayton Kershaw. He's got 14 wins. He's a Cy Young Award candidate, and he is certainly one of the guys that you have to talk about. He's first in the league in strikeouts this year, 193 of them. You can see what these guys have been doing, since the All-Star break. Outstanding numbers, 194 hits, the fewest in baseball since that stretch, and pitching is certainly going to be the story in this series.
And for the Milwaukee Brewers, pitching is the story in Milwaukee once again. It's been a long time since we've seen these kind of numbers.
Well, it's not just a starting rotation. The rotation has been good all season long, but since the acquisition of K-Rod, the bullpen has really been chiming in. These guys have been very good. The Dodgers #1, the Brewers #2 since this stretch in pitching so far in the National League. So when you look at this series, just like that Pirates series, it could be a very low-scoring series, and it's going to take the big guys to start coming through.
And there are plenty of big guys in both lineups. MVP candidates. You got Matt Kemp for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Prince Fielder, and Ryan Braun. Some superstars in the building as we get set to start a 4-game series with the Dodgers. Well, good times keep rolling here in Milwaukee, and Randy Wolf all fired up to make his start against his old club, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the LA native, and trying to keep that home record going. The Brewers, the best record in all of baseball, 44 wins, just 15 losses.
on a glorious night for the grand old game here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Piggly Wiggly batting order for Don Mattingly's LA Dodgers. Aaron Miles, Casey Blake, Andre Ethier at the top. Matt Kemp, Juan Rivera, James Loney in the middle with Deontay Navarro, Justin Sellers, and Ted Lilly rounding it out. And a lineup that will face Randy Wolf, who is making a bid at his 10th win of the year. He is 9-8 with a 3.48 earned run average, and he opens us up with strike one to Aaron Miles. Dodgers coming in at 55-64, 9 games under 500. And Don Mattingly's first season as a big league skipper. He was under the tutelage of Joe Torre last year. And the Dodgers have had a ton of off the field problems, but on the field they have not had a lot to write home about either, as they remain under 500. However, they are coming off a sweep of the Houston Astros as Wolf strikes out Aaron Miles for out number 1 of this first inning. All right, Rock, our Farmers Insurance report card, the numbers on Randy Wolf.
Yeah, making his 25th start of the year. And when you look at Randy Wolf, he's probably coming off his best start of the year, arguably anyway, against the St. Louis Cardinals. Pitched 8 innings, gave up only 1 run in a big win for Milwaukee. And he has been pretty good against the Dodgers.
Casey Blake with a base hit to right. And Blake is aboard. He's been nursing some injuries this year. Blake, the veteran third baseman. Check the Brewers defensively with Braun, Hairston, and Hart in the outfield. McGee and Uni B on the left side with Josh Wilson and Prince Fielder on the right. You got George Kataris catching Randy Wolf. And he is his personal catcher. Those two have teamed up well. Jerry Hairston now part of that platoon in center field with Niger Morgan and Josh Wilson getting a start at second base tonight. It's been a pretty steady rotation at second base. Hairston, Wilson, Counsell, Felipe Lopez have all seen time at second base in the absence of Ricky Weeks. Let's see what the Dodgers have done. They are led by Matt Kemp in a big way. Kemp is making an MVP push. Their best hitter, leads in home runs and runs batted in, and he's among league leaders in all 3 of those categories as well.
Yeah, Triple Crown numbers for Matt Kemp, and you can add stolen bases as well. He's got 31 bags.
Chance for 2 here. Betancourt to second. Wilson's throw is in time. Fielder digs it out of the dirt. And Andre Ethier bounces into a 6-4-3 double play. In the Dodgers organization, and he has his Brewers 19 games over 500. 70-51 is the record. And here is his lineup tonight, brought to you by Piggly Wiggly. Corey Hart, Jerry Hairston Jr., Ryan Braun at the top. Greineke has Fielder, McGee, and Betancourt in the middle, with Wilson, Kataris, and Randy Wolf rounding it out. And Ted Lilly is on the mound, partner.
Well, he's got that big 4.71 earned run average, and those numbers in large part due to a bad stretch in the month of June, where he gave 17 earned runs in 14 2/3 innings. He's been very good against the Brewers. 2-0 last year in 3 starts.
Defensively for the Dodgers, it is Rivera, Kemp, and Ethier in the outfield. Lilly has Blake, Sellers, Miles, and Loney behind him in the infield, and the catcher is Dioner Navarro. Well, Ted Lilly matching up against Corey Hart to start it for the Brewers offensively. There is strike one. Hart coming in batting .272, now 17 homers and 43 driven in. Everybody played yesterday. Hart was 0 for 1 in a pinch hit appearance. That one's off the end of the bat out to the shortstop, the rookie Sellers, and one gone here in the first. How about a scouting report on this pitcher tonight, Ted Lilly? It comes from Brewers hitting coach Dale Swain.
He's just crafty. He's not overpowering. He's going to, throw about 90 miles an hour at tops, be around 88, 89. Change speeds. He'll get as low as 85 with his fastball. Throw his changeup. He's going to be predominantly fastball changeup. Mix some slow curveballs in, some cutter sliders. And the lefties, he's going to be, fastball slider. He will throw his changeup too, as well as, occasional curveball.
And the big knock on Lilly lately, not coming in inside enough, to keep hitters honest on the inside corner.
Jerry Hairston sends one high in the air in front of the plate, and Loney makes a catch for out number 2. One pitch to Hairston. Lilly's been going along pretty good his last 3 starts. He has a record of 1 and 2 to show for it. But Lilly has pitched well. He took a loss against the Phillies, went 8 innings against that vaunted Phillies lineup, gave up just 2 earned runs in his last time out. Took a loss against the Padres, giving up just 1 earned run in 6 innings.
And when he keeps the ball in the ballpark, he's ordinarily pretty good. He's given up 25 home runs this year. Last year, as a member of the Cubs and the Dodgers, 32 home runs allowed. So every now and again, that high fastball that he likes to use quite a bit gets hit out of the ballpark.
Ryan Braun with 2 outs. Braun had a big hit yesterday, tied the ball game against Joel Hanrahan. An 8th inning RBI single to even the game at 1. The Brewers would eventually win in 10 innings, 2-1. And it was a sacrifice fly from Nyjer Morgan that proved to be the game winner. Morgan not in the lineup today, and he has officially gone in the bunker as far as the media is concerned. He is not speaking these days, Rob.
Well, maybe he wants to take some of the attention away from himself and put it where it belongs on the whole club, right? I mean, he has become a cult hero here in Milwaukee.
We requested Nyjer Morgan earlier today. He said he'd rather not. He politely declined. And of course, last night he ran out of here before we could interview him about his game-winning sac fly. He did do a conference call for reporters. It's not that he won't talk to reporters. He'll talk,
right.
But he doesn't want to go on the radio or on television. So I'm sure there is another personality taking that role, but I haven't heard it yet. Tony Quiet, maybe.
I think that's exactly what he's trying to stay away from. Yeah. I mean, Brewers are in the middle of a pennant race, and I guess he feels as though a little bit too much attention is being paid to him. So you have to respect him for that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Well, Bernie ready to slide tonight. Ron Renicky would like to see the offense get going a little bit despite the 2 wins over the weekend. The Brewers scoring just 2 runs yesterday as Braun takes a called strike 3. That slow breaking ball from Lilly. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Dodger left-hander. There is Matt Kemp, and what a season he has put together for the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's tough to be in the MVP discussion when you're playing for a losing team, but Matt Kemp, as you see by these numbers, check out his National League ranks on the right side of this column. He's there in home runs. He's second behind Albert Pujols, just one off the home run lead. The batting average at .321. Jose Reyes at .336 leads the league. And the RBIs are there as well. He is second behind Ryan Howard. 6 RBIs behind Howard in runs batted in, and has a chance, certainly in breathing distance, of a triple crown in the National League. Remember, Joey Votto pursued a triple crown last year until the final month.
You talk about the combination of power and speed, right? Matt Kemp. He's plastered all over the leaderboard in just about every slugging category, hits, batting average, and you can add one that you don't see a whole lot. Stolen bases. We talked about him in the first inning. This guy's having some kind of year. And his splits between left-handed pitching and right-handed pitching just about dead even.
This will be a great series to watch 3 legitimate MVP candidates in Kemp, Fielder, and Ryan Braun. And you just wonder about those votes as we move toward the finish line here concerning Braun and Fielder on the same club. And Kemp's concern would be playing for a team under 500 at this point and not in the postseason race.
Yeah, it's tough to win an MVP or get accolades like that when your team's not in the playoffs, and certainly well under 500. Off year for him last year, and it certainly has put it together this year.
3 balls and a strike on Kemp, and it's ball 4. Randy Wolf trying to get inside, and the first walk given up by Randy Wolf. He gave up a hit in the first, got a double play to end the inning.
Yeah, you got to be careful with this guy. I mean, this guy is instant offense, and the guys around him really haven't been doing a whole lot, so you have to play with the corners. You try and get him to chase down in the strike zone. There's a little cut fastball around the outer half of the plate that Kemp fouled off, and Randy Wolf was not about, based on the way the rest of this batting order has been swinging the bats, giving him something to hit on a 3-1 pitch.
So it's a leadoff walk, and he'll deal with Juan Rivera. Rivera's had a nice run for the Dodgers this year. He's hitting .329 in 79 at-bats. Rivera coming to the Dodgers from the Blue Jays. And if you combine his numbers from the American League and the National League, a .264 hitter, 42 runs batted in. He has 8 home runs for the season, 2 of those with Los Angeles. Well, Rivera, certainly a bat that Ron Renicky knows well. The time at Anaheim. Rivera made his Dodger debut on July 15th.
Dodgers have had guys on the disabled list all season long. They've got 5 pitchers on the DL, and a number of position players have been off and on the disabled list a lot. Casey Blake has been on there 3 times.
Don Mattingly's had to mix and match with his roster. Of course, they traded away Rafael Furcal as Rivera cuts and misses. Furcal was just getting back healthy. Missed most of the season with the Dodgers. Did Rafael Furcal, with a thumb injury, an oblique injury. Dodgers have a terrific young prospect shortstop named D. Gordon, who is on the disabled list. He's out with a shoulder injury. So they were willing to part with Furcal, traded him to the Cardinals. Slow curveball for a strike. Wolf and Lilly feature the slower than slower gravity balls.
Yeah, I think the big difference between the two, Wolf and Ted Lilly, Lilly's going to throw more changeups. And I think Randy Wolf will come inside with his fastball a bit more than Lilly will.
Ball and 2 strikes with Kemp over at first. And check on Kemp. Kemp's a threat to steal, as Rock mentioned. He has 31 stolen bases this year. His career high 35. He did that in 08. 34 bags the next season in 09. But he's got a chance to set a career high in that mark as well to go along with his home run and RBI production. And there he goes, and a slow breaking ball hit into left center. It's a base hit for Rivera.
And a good job by Josh Wilson deking Kemp at second base. He had Kemp sliding into second base, and had he not done that, if Kemp was able to recognize where that baseball was, he would have easily been to third base. That big old curveball from Wolfie up in the zone, and you can see Rivera able to stay back and hit it hard into left. Yeah, you can see Kemp sliding into the bag. Check out Wilson acting as though it's a ground ball, and because of that, Matt Kemp has to stay at second. Well done.
Heads up defense by Wilson, getting to start at second base tonight. So first and second to start this inning, and here is James Loney. Loney's bat has fallen short this year. Many felt he would be a guy that would push 300, might contend for a batting title. It's been a down season for the Dodger first baseman. Off the end of the bat, Wilson is there. Flip to Uni B. The throw to first in time. Throw to the plate, and Kemp is out! And a triple play! 3 outs. 1 swing of the bat, and the inning is over. The magic show just keeps on coming up here at Miller Park. 4 to 6 to 3 to 2. The second inning, the first triple play turned in the National League this year. And the Brewers get 3 outs with 1 swing of the bat to end the frame. Something else. What a season. I mean, it has been highlight after highlight, and some of the most unusual plays you can have in a baseball season, and they're all occurring right here at Miller Park, it seems.
Yeah, Josh Wilson having a heck of an inning defensively, huh? But the deke on Matt Kemp, that run would have scored had he been at third base.
Fielder right off the glove of Lilly. That ball's got some English on it. Miles makes the play for the first out. All right. Tape machines are queued up. Take a look at the triple play.
Well, a good job by Josh Wilson. I mean, a flip with the glove. Betancourt with a good strong throw. And Prince, he didn't fall asleep on that. Once they got that double play, Matt Kemp, we've talked about his speed and how quick he is. And you can see Kataris able to get the tag on the head first slide from Kemp. You knew Kemp was going to try it. He's that fast, but heads up play by Prince Fielder to get that ball into Kataris quickly.
And the crew chief Mike Winters made that call. That was close. Kemp almost got a hand in there. Might have gotten a hand in there. But Kataris stayed with it.
Yep, first in the National League this year, and the Cleveland Indians had a triple play earlier this year.
Well, Casey McGee was a part of that triple play the last time it happened for the Brewers back in '09. He started it. It was the more traditional 5-4-3 triple play. My question is, did Randy Wolf get a glove on it? It was close. As it stands now, it's 4-6-3-2, but it's possible, I guess, that Wolf got a piece of that little soft line drive from Loney, which would make it 1-4-6-3-2.
Well, regardless, it's a triple play. It was off the end of the bat. It was a curveball from Randy Wolf, right off of the end of the bat, and I don't think he got a piece of it. The glove was over the baseball. Had he done that, I don't think they would have been able to turn a double play.
Well, you're looking at that inning wondering, okay, how do you get out of this frame? Maybe giving up 1 run with the first 2 on, and Randy Wolf gets out of it. Not only gets out of it with no runs, but he gets out of it with 1 more pitch.
And Josh Wilson with the deke, keeping Kemp at second, and then the flip out of the glove to Betancourt, and they get the double play, and then ultimately the triple play. Well done.
And McGee strikes out. So Lilly strikes out Casey McGee for the second out. We take you back to 2009 right here at Miller Park. It was in September, and McGee, guarding the line, turned a 5-4-3 triple play against Aaron Rowan and the Giants.
That's most of the time you're going to see it like that. Third baseman, first and second, or even bases loaded. Gets the ground ball right on the bag, and then you turn the conventional double play. Gary Gaetti, the Twins back in the 80s, turned 2 in a game like that. 2 triple plays in 1 game for Gaetti.
It's interesting that Felipe Lopez was the second baseman on that triple play started by McGee. So 2 gone, and the Brewers shortstop is up. As we've been calling him, Yuniesky Betancourt. But as our discussion led us today, we've been butchering his name all season, Rock.
Baseball has been butchering his name throughout his career, apparently.
It was quite a revelation earlier today. It was talking to Dodgers Hall of Fame radio announcer Jaime Jarrín, who is the Spanish voice of the Dodgers, legendary figure in the game, and he said, "No, you're not saying it right." And Uni B was actually taking batting practice at the time, so he came over and he said, "Okay, Uni, how do you say your name?" And I got to see if I got this right. It is Yuniesky Betancourt.
Without a T at the end.
No
right?
T at the end.
You can get away with Betancourt, right?
Betancourt.
You don't have to get all that fancy.
Betancourt.
You don't have to do that.
And so I apologized, and we said, all right, well, we'll have it right the rest of the way. Uni, he could care less. He said, hey, it's fine. It's a tough name.
Let me say this. He's been swinging the bat very well as Betancourt. I think I'm going to stick with it.
Okay. You stick with it. And but it is Betancourt, and it actually sparked a great conversation about how he got his name and where it comes from. And it was the Russian influence in Cuba, which is where the Yuniesky comes from.
Right, yeah. That's a somewhat of a Russian type name, but I'm one of you know how I am about superstition and not changing anything if it's going well.
I'm with you.
I'm just saying, you do what you want, though.
Betancourt grounds to third, and the side is retired. It is presented by Piggly Wiggly, the official supermarket of Fox Sports Wisconsin. By Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, your ticket to more. And by Subway. Try our $5 featured footlong of the month. Subway, where winners eat. And we welcome you back from beautiful Miller Park. And pleased to be joined now. Mark Atanasio, Brewers owner, is with us and going to spend some time with us through this third inning. No score, and isn't that something? We just saw a triple play here at Miller Park, and right on cue as you get to see your Brewers in person. As Navarro lifts one deep center. Hairston on the run, can't get it. And is going to bounce off the wall, still in play. And that'll be a double for Deoner Navarro. Now, Mark, this ball club is rolling along right now. Tell us how it's been from your perspective.
Well, what did we win? Like 16 out of 18? I mean, it's been great fun from my perspective. And, you know, we just one of those rolls here, runs where no matter what happens, you feel we're gonna pull it out.
Well, you and Doug Melvin deserve a lot of credit. Some of the you know, trading deadline deals, including K-Rod. You got, you know, Jerry Hairston Jr., Felipe Lopez, guys really starting to come together. You like the way the roster looks right now?
Doug's done a great job assembling this group of players, and not only for the way they play in the field, but the way they interact in the clubhouse. You know, the team chemistry is great. And one of the things I was talking to him about the dugout before the game was, is there anything else to do in the waiver wire here? And the challenge is our chemistry is pretty damn good right now, and our team's playing pretty well now. So I almost don't want to disrupt things.
There's a base hit back up the middle. As Justin Sellers, the rookie shortstop, now the throw to the plate from Hairston, got a chance. Oh, he's out at home. Wow. Jerry Hairston unleashes one on the slow-moving Navarro. And another out at home plate.
Now the Cardinals sin making the first out at home plate. Tim Wallach, the third base coach, sending Navarro. Well, you never want to do that. Never make the first out. It's okay making the third out, but never the first or second. And he is out by plenty. What a throw by Hairston. He was a second baseman by trade, right on the money. And George Kataris has been pretty active at home plate there, boss.
Yeah, George, actually, for a guy everybody said was good hit, no field catcher, he's made a number of plays at home plate, not only today, but the other day against the Pirates. And a lot of heads-up plays for George.
Well, the last two outs at home plate. The last out of the triple play to end the second inning. And now an out on the bases here. The runner did advance to second. Visiting with Mark Atanasio here in the booth. And we had a chance to visit with John Shelby earlier today, who was a part of the Dodger World Championship team in '88. He's been on two World Series champion clubs, the Orioles and the Dodgers. And he echoed what you just mentioned, the clubhouse character of this club, how they get along, how they put the business hat on when it's time for the game. And it has been very impressive to watch a team come together, and obviously the great leadership of the manager and the coaching staff setting that up this year.
What it allows for, Brian, is it allows all these guys to contribute. There's a lot of games this year where it feels like everybody in the roster is contributing to the win. And
Lilly on the ground, and Beauty will go to first for out number 2 as Sellers advances.
Some of that is management style, and Ron, and some of it is Ron telling the players that they should be ready. He's going to use them, and then they, they're ready to come in and they perform.
Well, it's certainly been an exciting brand of baseball. You're never sure. You might see the 5-man infield. You might see a squeeze play. I mean,
right.
I mean, if you're a player, you never know what Ron might be pulling off. That keeps a player actively involved.
Well, sure. And you just look at the catcher position. I mean, he used those catchers, not afraid to pinch hit for a guy in the 8th, used one for the other in the 8th inning or the 9th inning, and keeps everybody in their toes. Look, it's certainly fun to watch, right?
Yeah. And a lot of star players, too, and a lot of characters on this club. As Miles swings at the first pitch, and Randy Wolf is going to get out of another one. Mark, can you stay?
You bet.
Next half inning. Mark will rejoin us, and a lot of news to talk about with the Brewers when we come back. And as part of our Fox Sports Supports charitable initiative, we are proud to wear these pens during the 2011 MLB on Fox Sports Wisconsin season to support Stand Up to Cancer and their work to fund groundbreaking research that helps accelerate treatment to patients. For more information, please visit standuptocancer.org/Fox Sports. Ted Lilly back on the mound. No score here at Miller Park as we go to the bottom of the third. Josh Wilson, George Kataris, and Randy Wolf. First three up against Lilly. Mark Atanasio joins us here in the booth. And we're talking about some of the news around the ball club right now. I think everybody's anxious to see what is going to happen in the coming hours with the top two draft picks Doug Melvin and Bruce Side made this year. They are still unsigned, and the deadline is midnight Eastern. Are you hearing anything on that front, and what's the club's stance on these two guys at this point?
The deadline is midnight Eastern, which is 11 o'clock Central, and I guess if experience is any guide, especially where these things have gone the last couple of years, not so much with our club because it's the first year we've had a top pick, but other clubs, it could go right to 11:59 Eastern. That's just the way these things have gone.
Brewers drafted a 12th and 15th.
Was it 15 or 16? Maybe, I don't remember. 15 or 16.
So two significant draft picks this year.
And two players who had had somewhat of a profile nationally, for the whole recruiting season.
Taylor Youngman was the first pick from the University of Texas. So perhaps we'll have breaking news today, Rock, on the newest member of the Brewers. We hope so. We want to get these guys in the system to get them going.
And for the Brewers, good, and for they're good. I mean, it's unfortunate sometimes when a kid will get drafted and high and perhaps get some advice that will lead him not to sign and get his pro career going. We'll see what happens. You can only hold out hope, but certainly that process always seems to go right down to the wire.
Well, that's kind of the new paradigm when kind of the good old days, which for me was 2005. We signed Ryan Braun. He came in, wanted to get going, wanted to start playing, and really didn't exactly hurt his career that he signed quickly and got out there, right?
Well, they say the pot of gold is at the end of the rainbow, not in the beginning, right?
Yeah, well, I think that's true. There's some word maybe now in where is it, Arizona with Jason Marquis. They signed this pitcher Bauer, and there's some talk that he may be brought up to the major leagues. So there's an example of a young pitcher who signed quickly, got himself into a situation, and it may be able to capitalize on it.
He may be joining a pennant race very soon. He was just pitching in college this year. He was the Golden Spikes winner and out of UCLA. So that's the other side of it. Now, Mark, you were also here. You and Rock were at the Pink Tie Guy event last night. On a lighter note, tell us about that function.
Doug and Ellen Melvin run a event for a couple of years now very successfully to promote breast cancer awareness and raise money for Susan G. Komen Foundation. And what they do is they give pink ties to the men who appear very good-looking ties, I might add.
They were nice, yeah. We had them on the air. We were on the air in Houston. Robin Yount was the pink tie guy featured this year. Gave a nice speech. We were talking between innings. Robin Yount always says that, I don't like to speak in public, and I don't do a very good job. But he's outstanding.
He's a sandbagger.
He is a sandbagger, just like on a golf course.
So last night they auctioned off one of Rob's jerseys. It says Yount and bidding, and so trying to push the bidding up. I threw in a bid. So they see if Euchre would bid, right? So Euchre says he'll bid if they'll take the name off the jersey.
Yeah, you guys raised a lot of money, and that's a great cause. And congratulations to Doug and Ellen Melvin for that.
Yeah, I was talking to Doug in the dugout before the game, and he said that they think it's around $50,000, and the venue is rather small. It was a cozy group, and that's a good amount of money to raise for breast cancer awareness. It was I think 2 or 3 different charities that support cancer and breast cancer research and awareness, and I tell you, it's just a small part of what the organization does as a whole. The Brewers Community Foundation. You had a speech today. Downtown. Yeah,
I spoke today in front of the Economic Forum for the Jewish Federation and touched a little bit on the state of our economy and a little bit on the state of our team.
That had to be a fun speech.
One of them was fun, maybe. The other
That's right.
Interestingly, just like
tell about the economy, actually.
We've had a perfect hedge. In 08, the economy was really in the toilet, and our team made the playoffs. And It seems like, again, this year, economy and markets have had posed some challenges, and we're playing well.
We're starting to sense an instructional here, Rock. We haven't had Mark Atanasio on an instructional doing baseball drills. Perhaps we should have some kind of economic forum.
I would welcome that.
We're ready to write if you have any suggestions for us.
Yeah.
Things have not gone well the last couple of weeks.
Buy low, sell high. There's my wife waving. That's the big three. Fielder, Braun, and Weeks.
Haven't seen those.
There's Debbie.
The big three.
They just got those in Fan Zone store. It sold them in Florida, so we copycatted them.
Nice. 1, 2, 3 inning. Mark, it's always great to catch up with you.
Pleasure.
Great times
Thanks.
at Miller Park. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Mark.
Hopefully we'll have
Appreciate
some
it.
good news with the draft.
Yeah, let's hope so. Mark Atanasio. The big three, Fielder, Braun, and Weeks.
Name of the game as we take a look at our Dodge Ram game reset. The Brewers will turn a triple play off a James Loney ground ball, 4-6-3-2 to cap off the triple play, and they weren't done using the gloves and the arms. We'll go to the top of the third inning. Jerry Hairston Jr. guns down Dionaro Navarro. Easier said than done, but he made a great play at the plate as 2 consecutive outs were made at home plate as the Brewers keep doing it on defense, and it's a scoreless game here in the top of the fourth. B.A.
All right, thanks a lot, Telly. You're going to have to go spend some time with Jaime Jarrín, like we all should.
Right, yeah. Got to get him right.
Got to get him right.
Yeah.
That triple play, by the way, the last triple play against the Dodgers, this is interesting, Rock. That was May 4th, 2009, and it went Josh Wilson playing for the Diamondbacks to Felipe Lopez.
You're kidding.
To Connor Jackson. 2 current Brewers. Josh Wilson started tonight's double play, or triple play, I should say. That's a great note. Mike Faulkner coming up with that one. So Josh Wilson has his name on a couple of triple plays as McGee handles Casey Blake for out number 1. Carsuit.com, email the booth question. What direction is this Dodgers organization heading in?
That's the big, that's the $99,000 answer. Nobody really knows. I mean, that's really the black cloud that surrounds this organization, whether it's L.A. or they go around to the different teams in the National League, and everybody wants to know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. It's status quo, and that's what the concerning thing is. You know, the attendance is way down for the Dodgers. You know, when you go into L.A. to play the Dodgers, I mean, a 40,000 attendance is kind of light. I mean, they're used to, selling out 45, 50,000. They're talking about 26, 27,000 people going to Chavez Ravine for a Dodgers game, and it's not a good situation. Nobody knows quite sure what's going to be coming of it.
Well, the owners of the Dodgers, the McCourts, in a divorce, and that was much publicized, and that was a huge split. The Dodgers were in the middle. Major League Baseball is now operating the Los Angeles Dodgers. And there, you would figure, going to be some. We could have got into this with Mark Atanasio. I'm sure he knows more from that side of it. But there's going to be a long legal process at this point. The Dodgers are operating under the guidance of basically the commissioner's office, MLB, and they're operating as best they can. But if you're a player, it's going to be interesting in the offseason. If you're a free agent, do you sign with the Dodgers with so much uncertainty?
Right, and it's not as easy as Bud Selig in Major League Baseball coming in, cleaning house and taking over. There's a little bit more to it than that. There's lawsuits that could be filed. It's just a mess is what it is, and it's unfortunate. This is one of the most storied organizations, just not in baseball, but all of sports. The Dodgers, of all teams, going through something like this.
And meanwhile, they have a Cy Young Award candidate in Clayton Kershaw, who will pitch Thursday. And they have an MVP candidate in Matt Kemp. So they have some marquee players. I think Don Mattingly's done a pretty good job keeping this organized with so much discussion about his franchise. But the Dodgers, while in third place in the West, they are 12 games back of the front-running Arizona Diamondbacks. Randy Wolf has been walking the tightrope so far today. He's had a lot of runners on base. Got a double play to end the first. A triple play to end the second inning. There was an out at home plate in the third inning. Jerry Hairston Jr. cut down Navarro at the plate. And now a one-out walk with Matt Kemp coming up.
It's been one of those starts to the game for Randy Wolf, not as sharp as he was against the Cardinals his last time out. I mean, I think for me that was his best start of the year against St. Louis at Busch Stadium. 1 run in 8 innings. It looked as though he could have finished. His pitch count was in pretty good shape. He's struggling a bit with his command here tonight.
In the center, Hairston coming in, lays out, and he makes the catch. And a throw to first in time. Oh, what a night for the defense tonight. Jerry Hairston Jr. A great catch, a great throw, and a double play to end the inning. Wow.
The end of that triple play in the second. Hairston throws out Navarro in the third inning, and now look at this play by Hairston. Remember, this guy's an infielder. He dives, he makes the catch, and gets up and is able to throw out Andre Ethier, who's a little bit too far away from first base. I'll tell you, defense has been shining bright for the Brewers tonight. And a pretty good throw to Prince.
Just an incredible start to this game as Hart goes into deep right field. That is way back. Ethier at the wall. He's got it. Corey Hart gave it a ride. If it's 10 feet to the right, it's an easy home run. As Ethier hauls it in, Hart retired. One gone. Another look at this great catch by Jerry Hairston Jr.
Yep, able to keep that ball barely in his glove. You can see a little bit of the white of that ball showing, and as if that wasn't enough, he's able to get up and get the out at first base. So you're talking about two guys inserted in the lineup today. Josh Wilson played a big part in that second inning, and now Jerry Hairston back-to-back innings.
So in 4 defensive innings for Milwaukee, we've had a double play to end an inning, a triple play to end an inning, a runner thrown out at home plate, and another double play to end an inning. That's about as wild as you can do it. The Dodgers have had 6 base runners, 4 hits, 2 walks, and they've stranded just 1.
They're all getting thrown out on the bases, right?
Hairston pops it into foul territory, and Blake will make the catch for the out. Meanwhile, Ted Lilly has retired 11 straight to start this game. AT&T trivia. Who is the only player in Dodgers history to have a 30-30 season? 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases. Matt Kemp has a chance at that this year. He is only 2 home runs shy of 30 homers, already has 31 steals. It's a good question. You think about all the power speed guys with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Tough to hit 30 home runs in Dodger Stadium. I mean, that's a big ballpark. It's one of the reasons why year after year the Dodgers are amongst the best in the league in pitching.
Well, the way Matt Kemp's going, he's got a chance to go 40-40 this year.
Yeah,
with a big surge.
9 more stolen bases, and what does he need? 12 home runs.
12 home runs to get to 40. Ryan Braun pulls one foul. And Lilly has the Brewers off balance at the plate so far tonight.
And he hasn't thrown many pitches over 86 miles an hour. Change up, slow curves. You know, the fastball in the mid-80s. Just locating very well. You know, I'm talking to Dale before the ball game. He says he will challenge you with fastballs, but not much on them. And for some reason, he gets pop-ups.
Braun into left center field. He's watching this one go. That is way back and gone. Ryan Braun with a solo home run. 1-0 Milwaukee.
Now you try to elevate an 0-2 fastball to Ryan Braun. You don't get it up there. He will be able to center on it and knock it out of here. Well, I've never been a big believer of that catcher standing up and throwing that high fastball. Check it out. Here he's doing it. He got it around the belt. See you later. An 0-2 fastball. First hit for the Brewers. First base runner.
And it was a jog around for Braun, number 23 on the season for Ryan Braun. And now Fielder takes a strike on the outside corner.
You've got so much success down in the strike zone. You try and elevate one to get him to chase. You miss with it. Now Brewers will take it. Ryan Braun, stay hot.
Safe at home, safe and secure. New York life. And the Brewers up 1-0. So Braun now with 23 homers, 78 runs batted in. And bumps his batting average up a notch to 327 with that home run. Look out, Rock. That's coming in.
That me? That me?
Right in front of us. We don't get too many foul balls up here.
I was ready.
Got your glove?
Got the mitt.
Cleared some space under the table.
Gotta get ready for the instructional tonight. Gotta oil up the glove.
Fielder a bouncing ball over to Miles. And that'll do it for the side. The Brewers retired in the fourth, but not before Ryan Braun opens up the scoring with a home run. The first Milwaukee hit.
The Brewers general manager sported a pink tie for charity. Doug Melvin and his wife Ellen hosted their second annual Pink Tie Guy event Sunday evening at the Carnivore Steakhouse. The proceeds from the event supports breast cancer awareness, prevention, and research. The Melvins got involved with raising money for breast cancer after Ellen lost her mother to the illness. Their goal is to raise $100,000 for the local Susan G. Komen for a Cure chapter and the group after breast cancer diagnosis. B.A.?
All right, Telly, thanks. A great cause. And certainly want to endorse that project for the Brewers GM. Ryan Braun with a home run gives Milwaukee a 1-0 lead. And Randy Wolf has been, I don't know if you want to call it lucky tonight, but some outstanding defense behind him. We have seen a rare triple play, the first in the National League this season. Hairston has made a couple of nice plays, a diving catch. He also threw out a runner at home plate.
Well, because of all the double plays and the triple play, his pitch count's only at 37 pitches. He's had a bunch of men on base in every inning.
Juan Rivera, who singled his last time up. And the second inning, Kemp walked, Rivera singled. Josh Wilson put a deke on Matt Kemp, forced him into a slide. And then the Brewers able to start that triple play. It went 4-6-3. Kemp tried to score. He was at second. And Fielder threw him out at the plate to finish it off. Three balls, two strikes on Rivera. Very streaky hitter for the Dodgers. And he takes ball four. And another walk given up by Randy Wolf. That is his third already.
Yeah, and that brings us to tonight's Tavern of the Game winners, the North End Pub in Wausau. If the Tavern Contact calls the Brewers in the next 24 hours, they get 40 Miller Lite beer pen tickets to a Brewers home game in April and May of next year. This offer courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
So Wolf with 3 walks. 4 is the most he's given up in a game this season. He's given up 4 hits and 3 walks. There's a big curveball for a strike on Loney. It was Loney who started that triple play in the second inning. Little cue shot right off the end of the bat. He broke his bat. Bouncer to Prince. He'll go to second for one. Uni to first. Another double play. Brewers are maximizing their outs here today.
Well, the toughest of all double plays, the 3 to 6 to 1 double play. Randy Wolf getting there in plenty of time, and a good feat from Betancourt. I'm going to call him Betancourt. I'm sorry. And Prince able to make a good throw, able to clear the runner because of the way the baseball was hit, and not even close once again to get Loney.
3-6-1. Brewers turn 2. And here is Leonard Navarro. Boy, this is something in this game. 3 double plays and a triple play. And for good measure, an out at home plate. Much easier this time. Hitting over Randy Wolf. He's got some great defense behind him tonight. 1-0 Brewers. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Jim Thome, number 600, against Daniel Schlereth. 600 career home runs for Thome. Milestone home run. Just the 8th player in the history of Major League Baseball to reach that milestone. On the road, no doubt, in Detroit. We thank our friends from Fox Sports North for providing us with the footage.
One of the good guys in the game, Jim Thome. Everybody likes Jim Thome, and certainly a big milestone for the big slugger. That's a guy you root for, unless he's playing in your ballpark.
Yeah. What a great career, and certainly a Hall of Fame career. That magical 600 number. Think about all the sluggers in the history of Major League Baseball. In a league that goes back to the late 1800s, only 8 have hit 600 or more home runs.
Man, you got to figure that's going to get him into the Hall of Fame.
Sammy Sosa is next on the list. Thome would have to go a little bit to catch him, and I'm not sure if Thome is going to continue his career. 600 has been a stated goal for Jim Thome. I see that 600 number. I think about Trevor Hoffman, the first to ever achieve 600 saves. Did it as a Brewer last year, and what a special moment that was. Hoffman achieved that number, then retired. Thome might do the same. McGee, a bouncing ball to Miles for out number 1. Well, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers. One gone for Junieski Betancourt. How was that?
That's good.
Getting closer. That's
Yeah.
a tough name.
So you're going to go with it?
I don't know. I feel like, you know, if you own anything, you own the pronunciation of your name. Right?
Yeah, but I think I'm going to have a tough time with that. I have to go back to, you know, the wrong pronunciation.
I just feel bad because I didn't ask him. You know, he's been in the league a little while. It's
Right.
not like it's his first year.
You and 500 others haven't asked him.
Well, thanks to Jaime Harin today, because obviously Uni doesn't speak much English, and when he came over and we were talking about the pronunciation of his name, the two names, Beitan and Kur, they're family names, the mother's line and the father's line, and to say it wrong is, you know, it's kind of an insult to his family name. He understands playing in the States. He didn't request this at all. I don't want you to get the wrong idea about Uni B. It just we had a conversation today, and he was talking about the Russian influence in Cuba when he was born and the reason that name came about. Pretty fascinating conversation.
Yeah.
Escaped from Cuba, and he says he escaped. The translation is escaped on a boat, and it wasn't very big, and there were a lot of sharks in the water, and a very dangerous trip across.
Yeah, all the guys that have made that journey to play baseball, similar stories, but Betancourt having a heck of a second half this year. Whichever way you want to pronounce the name, he's one of the hottest hitters in baseball.
And he swings and misses at a Ted Lilly changeup, so 2 gone in the 5th inning. 2 up, 2 down for Lilly. The only batter that has reached Ryan Braun. He had a home run last inning. Otherwise, Lilly has put him down in order tonight.
No, I got an email from R&D up in Oshkosh. The last 4-6 to 3-2 triple play. Back in June 13th, 1973, the Padres pulled it off against the Expos. Ron Hunt to Tim Foley to Mike Jorgensen to John Bacabella. How about that?
That is a
in
stat.
between that one and this one, 151 triple plays in between.
Nice. So what was that? What year?
1973.
Expos. There used to be a Montreal Expos, believe it or not.
Right.
They turned into the Washington Nationals for our younger audience.
My question is, how do you come up with something like that?
That's pretty deep. Wilson in the seats. 1-2 the count. What's more fascinating to you, that we haven't had that kind of triple play, the 4-6-3-2, since '73, or the fact that Josh Wilson has now been a part of 2 triple plays in his career?
Right. I think they're both equally interesting, and the fact that Abe Brewer was involved in that one as well, not just Josh Wilson, but Lopez.
On the ground to short, Justin Sellers makes it a 3-up, 3-down inning for Ted Lilly. We go to the 6th, 1-0 Brewers. Back at Miller Park, a reminder to log on to foxsportswisconsin.com and check out Tyler Lockman's list gallery comparing the Brewers rotation with other National League postseason contenders. Check it out now at foxsportswisconsin.com. Well, the numbers don't lie. You have to put the Brewers at the top of that list in that group. Certainly the Philadelphia Phillies with their great rotation. The Atlanta Braves, terrific starting rotation. And that shutdown bullpen they have in Atlanta with Venters and Kimbrel, although they were vulnerable yesterday. The acquisition, though, of Francisco Rodriguez in the bullpen and the recent pitching of Zach Greinke has elevated this Brewer pitching staff to that upper echelon.
No, it's got all that. It's got that bullpen in a nice little routine down there. Everybody knows it has a specific role, and you can use Cameron Lowe as early as the 6th inning. You got Saito and Hawkins. They're throwing the baseball very well. So everything is really playing out nicely, and you have the starting rotation that has been able to eat up innings to keep that bullpen sharp. And you have that spot start by Marco Estrada against the Pirates, 5 shutout innings. Everybody, picking up the slack. It's been a lot of fun to watch that pitching staff.
And a different tune here in Milwaukee. Haven't had this kind of pitching with depth, starting pitching, bullpen pitching. I mean, you probably have to go back to the early 80s. Some of those great teams in the early 80s with the Brewers, certainly the 82 team with Fingers and Don Sutton and great role pitchers in that group as well.
Man, you've got a pitching staff that's been able to really, bring these guys along, not get too complicated with a lot of the scouting reports.
More terrific defense. Casey McGee makes a nice play. Sellers retired, 1 gone in the 6th as we send it down to Telly Hughes.
Well, BA, let's check out what's going on down on the farm. Nashville is 21-11 since the All-Star break, the best record in the PCL over that stretch. And Nashville's .357 team batting average in August is the best in the PCL, paced by Jordan Brown's .438 mark, which ranks 3rd in the PCL. We'll also stick with the Sounds. Logan Schaefer had his 11-game hitting streak snapped last night, but teammate Matt Gamble continued his streak, which has reached a season-high 13 games. And Taylor Green continues to crush the ball. He has an 11-game hitting streak of his own. BA?
Yep, and those are all names that are swirling in the Brewers' box for a September call-up, you would think. A little bit different situation in a pennant race. You could afford to bring up players who have specific roles. Randy Wolf tries to give Ted Lilly a bit of his own medicine with that slow curveball. Yep, didn't even register. 55-mile-an-hour curveball from Randy Wolf. And a quick trip to the mound from George Kataris. By the way, just to finish Telly's thought, Taylor Green leads all Brewers minor leaguers in hitting. Gamble leads all minor leaguers in home runs and RBIs. When they pitch 33 miles an hour faster, it gets by Ted Lilly. 1-2 the count.
Now you wonder if Matt Gamble is going to be a guy that the Brewers might be calling up in September. You figure he's going to be. Get another left-handed bat.
Strikeout on Lilly. Snuck a fastball by him. Out number 2.
I would imagine that call-up list is going to be very limited for Milwaukee this year. The fact that they're in a pennant race, you don't want to muddy the waters. You don't want to do too much to disrupt the chemistry in the clubhouse. Too much commotion. They'll call guys up if they feel as though they can help them in a certain situation. But unlike other years, you bring guys up as a reward for a good season. You're not going to see that.
Uni B makes a play. 3 up, 3 down for Randy Wolf. Believe it or not, his first clean inning of the night. 3 up, 3 down. A game summary. It is all about defense. The Brewers playing a defensive game tonight that we have not seen all year. Double play in the first, triple play in the second. There was an out at home plate. Jerry Hairston cutting down a potential run in the third inning. In the fourth inning, just to keep the theme going, Hairston, a diving catch, turns that into a double play. And then a more traditional double play, difficult as it may be, a 3-6-1 in the fifth inning. Very disappointing that Randy Wolf retired the first three hitters in order in the sixth. We had a good string going of something unusual in the first 5 innings.
And that double play you were just looking at, that 3-6-1, that is far from normal. I mean, that's not that's a tough double play.
Kotaris on the first pitch bounces out to Aaron Miles.
But based on what we've seen so far, yeah, it is routine.
Well, the way these two teams are swinging the bat early in the count, it is tough to keep track of all of this activity here tonight. Ryan Braun's home run, the only score against Ted Lilly. And Lilly gave up that home run with 2 outs and 2 strikes on Braun.
0-2 pitch that Navarro tried to hold a high target, missed his spot, and Brony hit it out of the ballpark. One mistake for Ted Lilly. The only base runner of the game.
The way this game is going, you might see Randy Wolf hit one out of the ballpark here. He's had some kind of defense behind him. Maybe he can do it with his bat. Lilly and Wolf very similar. Mutual respect for each other. Wolf a much better hitter than Ted Lilly. Randy actually has pretty good power. He has 8 hits this year. Wolf with 3 doubles so far this season. Got him on a sweeping curve. And Wolf is retired. 2 gone in the inning.
Hey, follow the Brewers with MLB.com @Bat11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @Bat to 31826 or visit Brewers.com for details.
2 up, 2 down for Lilly. Top of the order, Corey Hart. Hart is 0 for 2. He almost hit one out in the fourth. When it left the bat, it looked like a home run. Sounded like a home run.
And just hit it in the wrong part of the ballpark. A little bit over more toward the line and right. And it is a home run.
Corey sitting on 17 homers for the season. There's that slow curve from Lilly. His slow curveball anywhere from 65 to 68. Randy Wolf has set a new standard for slowness this year. He threw a 55-mile-an-hour pitch to Ted Lilly last inning.
That's like slow pitch softball. Ball coming straight down on you. There is no arc limit here in the major leagues.
No. Ted Lilly came up in the Dodgers organization, traded to the Dodgers last year for their postseason push, and Lilly signed a 3-year contract with the Dodgers at season's end. As a matter of fact, Lilly coming up in the Dodgers minor league system was managed by Ron Renicky. 1998, San Antonio. And I happened to be in the booth for that madness. That's where I first saw Ted Lilly in that story that's out there about him looking in the mirror. I was walking by Ted Lilly's room, and it was a motel scene. You know, players used to leave their doors open. You'd walk by.
Just to get some company.
So I walked by and I saw Ted Lilly sitting on the bed, Indian style, staring at the wall. And I stopped. I go, Ted, what are you doing? Because I'm watching John Smoltz pitch. He was looking in the mirror at the TV behind him, so he could see Smoltz pitch left-handed.
Right, I got it.
As he walks Corey Hart.
I was wondering where that was going. I'm not sure if I thought for a moment that Lily might not want you to finish that story.
No,
I was getting a little concerned.
It's very G-rated. He was actually working at his craft. He was watching John Smoltz, a right-handed pitcher, through the mirror, inverted, made him look like a left-hander.
Right.
He was checking his mechanics.
Yeah, I get it.
Theodore Roosevelt Lilly.
Pretty smart guy.
Yeah. He's had a great career. He was one of the Dodgers' best pitching prospects. They traded him to the Montreal Expos later that season, '98. Jerry Hairston Jr. 0 for 2 at the plate, but has made a big impact on this game defensively. First walk issued by Lilly to go along with 6 strikeouts. And a 2-out walk to Hart gives Hairston a chance in the 6th inning. Renicky has been content with Hart in the leadoff spot, and then that platoon with Hairston and Nyjer Morgan in the 2-hole in the absence of Ricky Weeks and Carlos Gomez. Both of whom are improving at a fast rate. Gomez was out today running, throwing the baseball. He hasn't picked up a bat yet, but he's doing everything else.
He was flying around the bases today before batting practice, going from first to third. Nothing wrong with his legs, that's for sure.
It's impressive to watch him run.
Man.
Not many guys turn heads when they're running, but
effortless.
No balls and 2 strikes on Hairston. That one's into left field. Rivera very deep, but he makes the catch for the out. Well, Juan Rivera about as deep as you can play. Makes the play to end the inning. We go to the 7th. Presented by the Wisconsin Lottery, reminding you to please play responsibly. By Airtran, go, there's nothing stopping you. And by the Miller Lite Vortex bottle, taste greatness. Big crowd on hand at Miller Park tonight. Our Miller Lite What's on Tap. This series continues tomorrow against the Dodgers. A 4-game set. The first 3 are night games, 6:30 airtime for all. And then we're on the air at 12:30 for Thursday's matinee, the final game of this series and homestand. Good pitching matchup on Thursday. The Dodgers will send up Clayton Kershaw. And Brewers fans will get another look at Marco Estrada coming off a terrific performance against the Pirates on Saturday. Rotation for the rest of this series: Gallardo tomorrow against Billingsley, Zach Greinke on Wednesday against Nathan Eovaldi, a rookie pitcher who is out to a great start with a 1.64 ERA, and then Estrada against Kershaw Thursday afternoon. And then the Brewers will head off on a 7-game road trip, 3 in New York against the Mets, 4 games in 3 days against the Pirates in Pittsburgh. Casey Blake has missed a good part of the year with a bad neck. Back from the disabled list this weekend. That one's hit hard down the line, slicing, foul. Defense in the stands not quite as good as the defense on the field for the Brewers. Cardinals are in progress tonight in Pittsburgh. St. Louis on the road losing to the Pirates. Pirates have a 5-2 lead, bottom of the 7th inning. Actually, they just added a run. It is now 6-2 as Casey Blake draws the walk. All right, Rock, back to our AT&T trivia. Going back in the Dodger franchise history, the only Dodger player to have a 30-30 season, 30 homers, 30 steals, and Raul Mondesi, 97 and 98.
Yeah, he was something else.
One of the best throwing arms in the history of the game, Mondesi. Up there with Clemente.
I was thinking perhaps Pedro Guerrero. I don't think he had the stolen bases, though. He was a pretty good player
for the Dodgers. Ethier, big cut. 1-1 to count on Andre Ethier. That is rare company, 30-30. Ryan Braun has a chance at a 30-30 season this year. Has 23 home runs now, and Braun with 22 stolen bases. Certainly possible. Kemp could dive into that 40-40 territory. Jose Canseco and Alfonso Soriano on that list. Kemp is due next. It's a big hitter for Randy Wolf. One ball, 2 strikes on Ethier. And a check on Blake.
Well, no activity down in that Brewers bullpen right now. We're in the 7th, and Randy Wolf had 64 pitches. I mean, that's incredible. Of course, all the double plays and the triple play has helped him out quite a bit. Ted Lilly hasn't thrown that many pitches either.
See the efficiency of Randy Wolf. He put the double plays and the triple play together. 4 batted balls. It produced 9 outs for the Dodgers in this game.
That will help.
So 4 pitches essentially for Randy Wolf has gotten him 9 outs. One ball, 2 strikes on Ethier. Sidearm breaking ball missed. Changed his arm angle against Ethier. Wolf will do that just like Ted Lilly.
And do it only to left-handed batters. You're not going to do that to a right-hander. Right-handed batters see that baseball early when you drop down on them. Left-handers, though, have a tough time with it.
And a fastball right by him. Randy Wolf dials it up, gets it by Ethier for a strikeout, a big out for him. First out of the inning.
Only the third strikeout for Wolfie. And that one right on the outside corner, maybe a little bit off the corner, and Ethier with 2 strikes has to protect. Good pitch.
Well, if you love pitching, it's a joy watching these two go at it tonight. Lilly and Randy Wolf. Veteran pitchers, they know how to manipulate, change arm angles, change speeds. Matt Kemp fouls it back. There's some kind of swing from Matt Kemp.
Yeah, Kemp would like to have that one back. You see the way he's walking around home plate. Got a good pitch to hit. He's got very good opposite field power, and that's a pitch that Kemp thought he should have done something with.
Matt Kemp in some rare company. Players who have at least 100 homers and 100 steals since '07. Brandon Phillips, David Wright, Hanley Ramirez, all of them all-stars. Phillips and Wright with gold gloves as well.
I just don't see a lot of stolen bases anymore because of all the home runs that are hit. Stolen bases down, home runs up. You don't want to be making outs on the bases, so only the premier base stealers are going to take off. There's one of them, Davey Lopes. Of course, he didn't have the power, but he could run.
Lopes coming to the Dodgers from the Phillies, where he put that running game in play in the postseason. And Lopes has certainly encouraged Kemp to improve his stolen base numbers, not just the volume of steals, but the percentage. Matt Kemp broke into the league in '06. Was pretty much in the major leagues in '07 full time. And a swing and a miss. Randy Wolf strikes him out. Kemp just could not wait any longer. And way out ahead of it.
Yeah, and he put that right where he wanted. Well, the best pitch that Kemp had to hit was this one, the first one. A pitch right out on the outer half of the plate, and then Randy was able to, mess around with a little bit. A couple of curveballs. Tried to waste a fastball inside, and then able to get him on a very well placed curveball down around the shoe tops, and there's not much anybody's going to do with that pitch, even Matt Kemp. But missing that first pitch fastball, that really got into Kemp's head. That was a pitch that he should have driven. At least he thought so. And then Randy made some good pitches on him.
So 2 outs. Wolf has struck out Ethier and Kemp after a leadoff walk, and now Juan Rivera. Rivera back in Southern California after spending time there with the Angels. A hit tonight, and a bouncing ball off his foot. Foul ball.
He's got the shin guard on the right leg. Not sure where that got him, but apparently whatever it got him, it stung him pretty good. He's having a tough time over there. Maybe right off the end of the toe. Let's see. Yep.
Oh, that's going to leave a mark, Rock.
Yeah, call the tow truck. That's what they usually yell from the dugout, okay?
You're just bringing us down into the
I'm just bringing you right down
baseball
into
vernacular.
Into the dugout.
You're not
what they'd
making
be
light
saying.
of his pain. You're just giving us a sense of what he might be hearing now.
Right.
Only because you've been there before.
Been there, and I've pounded pitches off of my foot.
And I guarantee you there's somebody at home watching this game saying, you know, why don't they wear steel-toed shoes?
Tough to run in those.
It's a little weight.
It's like Herman Munster.
Kick some field goals. See if Randy Wolf goes right back in there. 2 outs, runner at first. And he does go back in there, and it's a ball. 2-1 to count. I was talking to Renicky about Juan Rivera. Renicky knows him well. He spent a lot of time with him with the Angels. Matter of fact, he was with him all 6 years with the Angels before he was ended up in Toronto. So he's a very streaky hitter. And when he is in a hot streak, he is almost impossible to get out. But he can go through some long slumps at the plate as well, extended slumps.
I just hope when he's in town that he's in one of those stretches where he's not seeing the baseball very well. But you never know what can snap a guy out of it. There's been a lot of streaky hitters down through the years. Most of them power hitters.
He signed as a free agent with the Angels. They traded him away this offseason. He was in that Vernon Wells deal. Wolf just misses, and Rivera doesn't bite, and now the count 3-2. Blake still at first, a leadoff walk. He takes off, and a swing and a line drive, base hit. Ryan Braun over to cut it off. Blake on his way to third. He'll stop there, and Braun holds Rivera to a single. Long battle. Rivera with 2 hits and a walk tonight.
Yep, got that curveball up in the zone that time. He made such a good pitch to Matt Kemp to strike him out. Tried to go back to the curveball, left it up in the strike zone. Check this out. I mean, that's what you call a hang. It was the outer half, but Rivera able to wait back long enough. He was out in front of it. Got it off the end of the bat, but because it was upstairs, he was able to get it over Casey McGee's head.
So it'll be James Loney with 2 on. Runners at the corners in a 1-0 Brewer lead. Ryan Braun, the home run in the 4th inning, the lone run for Milwaukee. And Wolf trying to get through this 7th. Loney takes a ball. Loney has batted twice and has been responsible for 5 outs. He's bounced into the triple play in the 2nd, a 3-6-1 double play in the 5th. And Wolf falls behind him 2-0. Casey Blake a leadoff walk. Juan Rivera a 2-out 2-strike single. Loney symbolic of the Dodgers overall this year. They've struggled with runners in scoring position. And he cuts through.
Well, I didn't mean to, and a 2-0 count. Randy Wolf able to fool Loney. He's had a tough time against left-handers this year.
Loney 0 for 2 tonight, hitting just 182 against left-handed pitching. Still ahead in the count, though. The 2-1 fouls it back. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Loney. And now Wolf in the driver's seat against the left-handed hitter. Big pitch coming up for Randy Wolf in a 1-0 game. The Dodgers threatening. 2-2. Here it comes, and a high fastball. Loney doesn't chase. 3-2 now.
That's about as much as Randy Wolf can give you with the fastball at 90 miles an hour. Tried to reach back a little bit.
Runner goes, and a breaking ball missed. Loney draws the walk. Laid off a tough 3-2 breaking ball. And the second walk of the inning to go along with a hit. And now the bases are loaded for the Dodgers. And here comes Rick Kranitz, the Brewer pitching coach.
And Navarro's first time up doubled over the head of Jerry Hairston in center. And that was on a fastball up in the strike zone. Jeff giving Randy a little bit of a breather. Hey, Brewer fans, don't miss the Miller Lite Beer Pen every Friday night home game at Miller Park. Fans 21 and older can get a Miller Lite Beer Pen right field loads ticket and a free Beer Pen t-shirt for only $20. Some restrictions apply.
Deanna Navarro now for the Dodgers. Randy Wolf a season high 5 walks, 2 in this inning. And Navarro takes a curveball strike. Slow curve, 69 miles an hour. Navarro singled against Wolf in the 3rd inning. It's 1 out of 2. Hitting started with a walk, but then Wolf struck out Ethier and Kemp. Followed by a hit by Rivera with 2 strikes. And then a walk to Loney, and Wolf count. A lot of pitches here in the 7th. Curveball in the air. Navarro couldn't wait. Hairston makes the catch. Less is more for Randy Wolf tonight. Working on a shutout. A 5-hitter. Braun has the lone tally, and he's coming up. He'll lead off at the bottom of the 7th. Count. Ryan Braun hit his 23rd of the year in the 4th inning. And it's the only tally on the board for both clubs here tonight. The only hit for Milwaukee tonight. But the Brewers made it count. And the dynamic duo, how good have they been? Braun and Fielder, historic numbers together in their time in Milwaukee, and putting together a couple of their best seasons, individual seasons, in the same season. A lot of production from those two, and it'll be Braun and Fielder to start this 7th inning against Ted Lilly.
Yeah, with the way this pitching staff has been this year, the Brewers haven't needed a bunch of runs to win games, but a large portion of the runs that they've scored because of Ryan and Prince.
Well, Braun 1 out of 2. He's now 6 for 11 on the homestand with 2 home runs. I tell you, Ron Renicky must have some kind of crystal ball going. Remember in St. Louis, he gave Braun the day off, and he told us, you know, usually when I give Braun a day off, he comes back with a vengeance. Since the day off, he's 6 for 11 with 2 home runs.
Yeah.
Had the game tying hit yesterday. And potentially a game winning home run here tonight if the Brewer pitching staff can squeeze 6 more outs out of the Dodgers.
Well, yeah, let's face it, there aren't too many guys like Prince Fielder who can play every single day. I mean, Prince is the only guy in baseball that's played every day. So Ryan's one of those guys that, you know, maybe once a month needs a day off. You give it to him, and then he comes back and starts swinging the bat again. So that's just the way it is. That's the way it is with most players.
Ball and 2 strikes on Braun, and a curveball fouled. With Ricky Weeks and Ryan Braun watching Prince Fielder play every day as he does, do you feel like there's pressure on them to do that as well?
Yeah, absolutely, because Robin Yount was like that. I mean, it's exactly right. If you were to watch what Robin had to go through to get out on the field every day when he was going through his back problems, I mean, he was in the training room for about 2 hours getting ready.
Braun into left center. That's going to get down a base hit. And Ryan Braun with 2 hits, the only 2 hits of the night for Milwaukee. It's a leadoff single, and it brings Fielder to the plate with a man on.
And when your best player or best players are in there every day and grinding it out, that has an effect on everybody else. That was a pretty good pitch by Ted Lilly down in the strike zone. Look at Brawny. Well, you know he can cover the high pitch. He hit his home run up here, and now you know he can go down and get a pretty good off-speed pitch down and away right off the end of the bat. That's a good hitter hitting a good pitch.
They have both come with 2 strikes. And now Fielder is up. The Brewers with 2 hits and a walk tonight. Hart drew the walk. The only 3 base runners given up by Ted Lilly. Fielder gets sawed off. That'll find the seats. Check the Powerball home run leaderboard. Fielder with 27. He is 2 off the National League leader, which is 29. Now Albert Pujols, 29 homers.
Yeah, Brewers coming into play today, 4th in the National League. They haven't been hitting the home runs. They haven't been scoring a lot of runs, but they've been winning.
There goes Braun. Fielder takes, and no chance. Ryan Braun steals second base. Picked a great pitch to run on, and Braun swipes number 23.
And really has a pretty good move over at first base. I don't think he thought Braun was going to run with Prince at the plate. Went on the first move, and no contest at second base.
Perhaps on his way to a 30-30 season. Hit his 23rd homer in the 4th. Now his 23rd steal. It's a big one. It puts Braun into scoring position for Fielder. That's a great shot. Beautiful moon.
2 days removed from a full moon.
Where are we at on the Gibbous meter?
Waning.
Nice, Rock. I knew you'd have the answer to that. Well, Don Mattingly, one of the few opposing managers that does not implement a big shift with Prince Fielder at the plate. An infield shift. Fielder calls timeout, asks for timeout. Mike Winters grants him timeout. And Ted Lilly comes to a stop. That's not easy to do.
Yeah, about as straight up as you're going to see an infield with Prince Fielder at the plate. Maybe because Lily's on the mound and lefty versus lefty. Pretty well balanced for Prince for a power hitter. Those splits.
Nobody out, runner at second. And the 1-1, fielder a swing and a miss.
Yeah, the other reason you don't want to put a big shift right now, you've got Sellers holding Braun on at second base. If he's swung around like most teams do, too far away from second base, Braun get a huge lead at second and just steal third.
Lily's been tough on Prince tonight. He is 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. Weakly hit ground balls to the right side.
That'll work here. Get Braun over to third base.
Fielder, a weakly hit ground ball to the right side. And Prince makes an out. He's a run producer. That's not what he's looking for, but at least he advances Braun to third, and the Brewers a chance to tack one on, perhaps with a sac fly.
Yeah, if you're going to make an out, advance a base runner, and even the big fella able to do it. And now a fly ball will score a run.
And here comes Don Mattingly from the Dodger third base dugout. This is more of a conversation here with Lilly. Nobody warming up in the Dodger bullpen, and Lilly's pitch count is just at 84. The Brewers have a play in a spot like this, and certainly Mattingly is discussing it with his infield. Ron Renicky admitted that he stole it from Joe Madden. He called him and asked him first, but it's a bunt play on a safety squeeze. See what he does.
Hey, join infielder Casey McGee in supporting United Cerebral Palsy every Wednesday. This $40 package includes your infield ticket in Casey's Corner, located in section 125 at Miller Park, and a limited edition Casey McGee t-shirt. A portion of the proceeds will be donated to United Cerebral Palsy. Visit brewers.com/Casey to order yours today.
Dodgers are going to walk McGee. They'll try to set up a double play to help Lilly get out of the inning, and that plays right into Renicky's hands on this bunt play, which is a first and third play, and it operates like a safety squeeze. Could also be used as a sacrifice, but Rocket is almost indefensible with a good bunt.
Right.
Betancourt, how hot has he been? He's driven in 21 runs in his last 24 games. The slugging percentage at .570. He has a batting average of .376 over the last 24.
And I think because of those numbers that you see right there, you're not going to see Betancourt dropping down any bunts. I think you're going to see him swinging away. He's been red hot. There's really not too many hotter in all of baseball than Betancourt in his last many games since the All-Star break.
Casey Blake very deep at third base, almost inviting a bunt here. First and third, one out. Braun over at third, McGee at first in a 1-0 game. And Betancourt pops it up in the infield. It's going to be Miles, and that is a costly out for the Brewers offensively. 2 outs in the inning.
Now you hate to make it out in this situation on the first pitch. I mean, Lilly looked like he pulled the string on him a little bit, and Betancourt with a big swing got underneath.
And now it's going to take a 2-out hit. Josh Wilson at the plate. Wilson is 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the third, bounced out in the fifth. He made a couple of great plays defensively earlier in this game, getting to start at second base tonight for the Brewers. Wilson with his 4th start at second base. And 11 starts overall. I've actually seen him in the outfield on a couple of occasions this year. Known for his glove, but he's up there trying to give the Brewers a big hit. It has gone final in Pittsburgh. Rock, the Pirates have beaten the Cardinals tonight 6-2.
Yeah, Pirates have had this Cardinals number this year. Pittsburgh helping the Brewers out. A big game for the Brewers. Could get the lead to 6.
Lilly ready for a 1-1. And a big cut from Wilson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brewers have won 3 in a row. They swept the Pirates. First leg of this homestand. And now 4 with the Dodgers and trying to keep it going at home and add a game to their National League Central Division lead. First and third, 2 gone in the inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Josh Wilson. And a curveball, a tapper up the middle. Sellers makes the play and just gets Josh Wilson to end the inning. And Lilly with a scoreless 7th. 1-0. The Brewers still lead the Dodgers.
And a triple play tonight. Not all conventional, Davey. We're going to talk about that during our Brewers Live postgame. But take us through how difficult the triple play is.
Well, this was very difficult. A 1-year routine, 5-4-3. Right here, the ball is up the middle now. There's no timing on this because you backhand flip Josh Wilson. Betancourt's got to wait and have make sure there's a good flip. Throws the ball. It's a good throw over to complete the double play. Prince was very aware that the runner at second has a chance to come back, so it was an unconventional triple play and made a nice throw to get Kataris made a nice tag.
We'll talk about the turn at second for the double play in our instructional and also what everyone else has to be aware of when turning more than one. Let's send it back to Brian and Bill.
All right, Craig, Davey, thank you. And it is only the 5th time in the last 30 years that a team has turned a triple play and 3 double plays in the same game. Last time it was done was 2002. The Tampa Bay Rays did it, then known as the Devil Rays. And the other 3 occasions occurred in the 80s. Astros, Royals, and Mets. And that no courtesy of Mike Vasillo from the Brewers Media Relations Department. Randy Wolf 7+ innings with no runs. So I'm just having a little fun with Mike. There's the strike. 3-2 the count on Justin Sellers as LaTroy Hawkins begins to get loose.
In reference to the Betancourt discussion.
That's it. Did he go? Yes, he did, says Mike Everett. And Sellers is rung up for out number 1. Don Mattingly disagrees.
Well, pitch out of the strike zone, but Sellers not able to hold up. Went too far. Mike Everett rings him up. There's 3 Mikes in the umpiring crew here tonight. Mike Winters, Mike Everett, Mike McClinsky.
And Mike Guccione out at second, also known as Chris. And a pinch hitter, Ted Lilly, a victim of very little run support once again. Jamie Carroll into center field. That's going to fall a base hit. So Carroll, whose name was swirling at the trade deadline, many thought the Brewers might pick up Jamie Carroll. Stays put, delivers a pinch hit single. Our Ho Chunk Gaming text question: how hard is it to play the infield and outfield like Jerry Hairston? Zach wants to know.
Yeah, it is very difficult. I mean, you have to double duty. You got to have some pretty good speed. You have to have enough arm to be able to play in the outfield. But Jerry Hairston is one of those guys that you can move around anywhere, infield or outfield. A lot of experience at both. That's what makes him so valuable.
He said, I'll play anywhere but the 1 and 2 position, the pitcher and the catcher. And he would consider pitching long before he would ever consider catching. He plays an above average outfield and infield. That's what's so special about Hairston.
Yeah.
He's not just average or adequate. He actually plays it at a higher level than even everyday players at that position in the major leagues.
And it means double duty, you know, before the ball game, taking ground balls at every position in the infield and in the outfield. You go to a new ballpark, you got to take ground balls and fly balls in the outfield everywhere just to stay ready.
Close play, and safe is the call. Close one over there. Jamie Carroll just back.
Yeah, Randy Wolf with a very good move over at first base. He hangs that leg and makes the runner commit. If he takes off, he just throws to first. Jamie Carroll with 10 stolen bases has not been caught yet this year.
And this is a combination the Dodgers would like to exploit with Wolf and Kataris. Randy has a good move, as you saw, but not so quick to the plate. That one's into right center. Corey Hart easing over, and he's got it for the out. Miles flies out for out number 2 in the 8th inning. And Wolf will deal with Casey Blake. Boy, what a ball game tonight. 1-0 our score. The only run, a Ryan Braun 2-out, 2-strike home run in the 4th inning. Came on an 0-2 pitch. Casey Blake, 1 out of 2. Walked his last time up. Wolf able to strand the bases loaded last inning. Ted Lilly still has a chance to win this game, but the Dodgers will have to take the lead in this inning. He was pinch hit for 7 innings, 1 run, and losing right now 1-0. There's that curveball from Wolf. 1-1. The next pitch for Randy Wolf will be his 100th. Can he get through 8 innings of shutout baseball against the Dodgers?
And 100 pitches, and we're sitting in the 8th inning. Randy, in his last start against the Cardinals, pitched 8 innings and only used 92 pitches, so he's been very efficient in back-to-back starts.
After that long 7th, the 32-pitch 7th inning where he stranded the bases loaded. Randy coming off 3 straight wins in his last 3 starts. 1 ball, 1 strike on Blake. A little bit low. Looked like a pretty good pitch. 2-1 to count.
Yeah, he wanted that one. It's a big difference between 2-1 and 1-2.
Got a runner at first. Jamie Carroll. And that one's hit hard to right. Corey Hart going back, and he's got it. And the inning is over, and Randy Wolf has 8 shutout innings on the board. What a performance tonight from Randy Wolf. Park known for its offense. We have seen anything but here tonight. Great defense by the Brewers tonight. They have turned 3 double plays and a triple play. A 4-6-3-2 triple play. That came in the 2nd inning. A terrific throw from Jerry Hairston Jr. cutting down a potential run at the plate. Hairston made a diving catch, started a double play in the 4th inning, the very next inning. And then there was a 3-6-1 double play in the next inning after that in the 5th. Ryan Braun, the only offense tonight. Brewers have 2 hits. Braun's home run, the only stake on the board. And it's 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The new pitcher is Scott Elbert, left-handed pitcher. And Ron Renneke will go to his right-handed hitting catcher, Jonathan Lucroy, against Elbert. Pinch hitting for George Kataris.
And you're probably going to see John Axford in the 9th, I would imagine. We'll see what happens here. You know, Randy Wolf is over 100 pitches or thereabouts. Ordinarily, when you see Lucroy in the game, that means Wolf is coming out. The same thing happened in St. Louis.
The Dodgers, looking ahead to the 9th inning, will have Ethier, Kemp, and Rivera right in the middle of their order. And if in fact Wolf is done here, And his spot is due up next. What another great outing for Randy Wolf in a season that has just been a model of consistency for Randy Wolf.
There haven't been too many more consistent than Wolfie this year.
Lucroy, deep left center, way back and gone. Jonathan Lucroy, a solo home run, 2-0 Milwaukee.
Ron Renicky, the button pusher lately, huh? How about that? He's something else, that guy. Man, didn't buy me some lottery tickets. But check this out, a 2-0 count, and Luke able to center on a fastball and knock it way back and left. He knew it right away. It's not a bad night's work for Luke. One swing of the bat and a home run.
Number 9 for Jonathan Lucroy. And that gives Lucroy 50 runs batted in for the year. 2-0 Brewers. Now Felipe Lopez will pinch hit for Randy Wolf. Renicky sends Lucroy to hit for Kataris with the left-hander coming in. Not many managers will use the second catcher, the catcher that is not starting. Most don't, as a matter of fact.
Right.
Mike Scioscia, Ron Renicky, and Joe Madden, the only 3 that I know of that do it. And
what do they have in common?
The common denominator with the Angels.
They all work together in Anaheim.
Well, it has paid off in a big way. Little tapper by Felipe Lopez. Albert makes a play for out number 1. You might remember yesterday, if you were watching the game or listening to the game, it was George Kataris who pinch hit, got a base hit, and scored the winning run for the Brewers yesterday. Today it is Lucroy that adds to the lead. Don Mattingly is going to make a pitching change. Lou Hurler coming in. The lefty is out. 2-0 Brewers. We'll take a break. He leads, a couple of solo homers. And a reminder that September 26th is singles night presented by OnMilwaukee.com. If you buy a dudek ticket, which includes a buffet and 2 drinks per person, plus meet other single Brewers fans, just go to brewers.com/singles. Mike McDougal is on to pitch for the Dodgers. Elbert started the inning, gave up a home run to Jonathan Lucroy, did get an out. Now McDougal to face the top of the order.
Yeah, great numbers. 53rd appearance at 2.08 earned run average. He's only given up 4 earned runs in his last 20 innings. That covers 22 appearances.
Here is Corey Hart at the plate, presented by Wendy's tonight. Hart is 0 for 2 with a walk, almost hit one out. in the 4th inning. He sent Ethier back to the wall in deep right center. Came up just short. Now the Brewers have turned 2 batted balls, 2 swings of the bat into 2 runs. The Dodgers 4 batted balls into 9 outs in this game, with 3 double plays and a triple play as John Axford begins to heat up in the Brewer bullpen. Cameron Lowe, just in case the Brewers add to their lead. Hard into right center field. That is way back. And the park won't hold this one. Corey Hart with a home run, his 18th. The 3rd solo home run of the ballgame. 3-0 Milwaukee.
And making the most of every one of their hits. 4 hits, 3 of them homers. And Corey Hart gets a fastball away and drives it out of here into the Dodgers bullpen. A nice short stroke by Corey. Took one deep into right his 2nd time up, and this one, see you later. One more of those and John Axford can sit down.
18th home run for Hart, makes it a 3-run lead. 44 RBIs for Corey. He continues to deliver in that leadoff spot. And as Hairston goes to right, that's going to get down a base hit. Jerry Hairston with a single, his first hit of the night. And the Brewers have 3 hits in this inning in the first 4 batters. And his biggest cheerleader in the dugout is his platoon mate, Nigel Morgan. Now it's Braun. Milwaukee won a 1-0 game Saturday against the Pirates. Won a 2-1 ball game here yesterday. This one was 1-0 until the start of this bottom of the 8th. A couple of solo homers, Lucroy and Hart.
Yeah, 3-0 seems like a blowout these days, doesn't it? Of course, this one's far from over. 3 big outs left in the bottom of the 9th, or the top of the 9th.
Dodgers will have Ethier, Kemp, and Juan Rivera. Right now, it's Axford's inning. Another run. Probably see Renicky use Cameron Lowe to try to finish this one out. It would be Axford's 3rd consecutive game. And 2 on Braun. Well, both starters are out now. Ted Lilly on the hook for the loss. 7 innings, 1 run. Gave up just 2 hits. And if the Brewers hang on to win, Ted Lilly is going to put together a string of 4 consecutive starts, go 1-3, and barely give up anything to the opposition.
Well, the Dodgers have struggled to score runs all year. Good pitching and very inconsistent, if any, offense this year, except for Matt Kemp. He knew that coming in. Runs were going to be tough to come by for both teams.
Lilly gave up 1 earned run, took a loss against the Padres. Gave up 2 earned runs his last time out, took a loss against the Phillies. And he's on the hook for the loss here tonight, despite giving up just the 2 hits. One of those was a Braun homer. Randy Wolf, 8 shutout tonight. A season high 5 walks. And if a double play is a pitcher's best friend, he's got a lot of new best friends tonight. 3 double plays and a triple play. What's that make a triple play, partner?
Everybody's best friend, not just a pitcher.
Still just 1 out for Braun, who's homered. He has stolen a base, has 2 hits. Randy Wolf a chance to win number 10. Has wins in his last 3 starts. Perhaps the 4th tonight as Braun takes a called strike. 96-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. Braun is rung up.
Yep, at the knees. That's a good pitch.
So here is Prince with 2 away. He would be the happiest of the Brewer hitters to see Ted Lilly out of the game. Lilly was tough on Fielder tonight. 3 ground ball outs. Strike, a fastball in there.
That's got some movement on it. That's a pretty good pitch. Good fastball. Slider to go with it. That's a movement on that fastball.
Check on Hairston. Jerry's a threat to run. You're not sure how much he'll want to run here with Fielder at the plate. Perhaps if Fielder gets down to 2 strikes. But for right now, let Fielder swing away. Let him try to hit 1 out.
Yeah, pretty much take the bat out of Prince's hand if you steal second.
Dodger outfielders extremely deep. Don Mattingly believes in the take away a slugging team slugging percentage.
Particularly with 2 outs and a man at first base. You cut off those gaps. You go up to single. The only thing that will score Hairston is an extra base hit. That's what you're trying to defend against.
Two balls and a strike. Announced crowd tonight 38,551. And they're anxious for more. What a homestand it has been. The Brewers have won the first 3. Sweeping the Pirates. This is the first of 4 against the Dodgers. Fielder back up the middle. That's going to be knocked down by Sellers. No play. Wow, how about the range of the rookie shortstop? That keeps Hairston from going to third base, but Fielder gets an infield hit out of it.
Yeah, that's good range by Sellers up the middle. Now you would figure that Hairston would be able to get to third easily if that ball gets through. He's got pretty good speed out there. Of course, Matt Kemp with a pretty good arm. But it's a moot point. Good range, able to keep it in the infield.
Sellers filling in for the injured D. Gordon, who's out with a shoulder injury. Made a terrific play there. Hit a home run, his first home run yesterday for the Dodgers. Keeps it at first and second with 2 gone. Now McGee. McGee was intentionally walked in the 7th. Dodgers would get out of that inning. It was Ted Lilly's last inning. On a night when the St. Louis Cardinals, the nearest challenger to the Brewers in the division, lost Pirates won 6-2. James McDonald beat Jake Westbrook tonight. Pirates got a couple of home runs. Xavier Paul and Ryan Doumit. Brewers a chance to go 6 games up in the National League Central with a win tonight. Throw to first, fielder back. Respecting the speed of Prince.
Prince bumping chests with James Loney.
That's where we stand at the present time in the division. Brewers would love to tack a half game onto that.
Man, go to 20 games over 500.
One ball, 2 strikes on Casey McGee. And a called strike 3. McGee rung up. The inning is over, but the Brewers get home runs from Lucroy and Hart. And John Axford is on his way. A save opportunity. Got a 3-run lead to work with. Brewers trying to nail down their 4th straight. Well, the Milwaukee Brewers are in a position as they bring John Axford on to try to nail it down. And there have been none better than John Axford in the National League in his last 50 games. He is 31 for 31 in save opportunities.
And he's been unscored upon in 11 of his last 12 games. He's given a 1 earned run in 12 innings and has converted his last 31 save opportunities. A Brewer franchise record.
34 saves. A save tonight puts him in a tie for 2nd in the league with Brian Wilson, 1 behind Craig Kimbrell of the Atlanta Braves. He's got to go through the heart of this Dodger order. 3-0 Brewers. Andre Ethier leads off. Brian Wilson suffered a loss tonight in Atlanta. The Giants continue to fall. Wilson's been bothered by a back injury. And he blew a save. The Braves got 3 in the bottom of the 9th inning to win 5-4 over the Giants tonight. Axford working in his 3rd straight game. With Randy Wolf going 8 shutout innings tonight, it could not have played into the hands of Ron Renneke any better with his bullpen, which has been heavily active the last couple of days.
Yeah, particularly Hawkins and Saito, and you don't want to overwork those guys, but this is Axford's 3rd in a row, as you mentioned. I wonder where that puts the Brewers tomorrow night. And perhaps K-Rod will be asked to close out a game if need be.
If Axford finishes this inning off, Francisco Rodriguez will have had 2 days off. Ethier off the end of the bat. Hairston coming in. There is out number 1. Our Menards player of the game at this point. Any question? Randy Wolf with some serious support from his defense tonight, Rob.
Well, he certainly didn't have his A stuff tonight, but 5 hits. He did walk 5, but the triple play and the 3 double plays certainly helped him. His pitch count was in very good shape, just a touch over 100 pitches, and that on the heels of a performance in St. Louis where they only need 92 pitches. And here's the big out for Wolfie right there. Latter part of the ball game, a pop out to end the inning with the bases loaded.
That was in the 7th. As Kemp, a big swing and a miss. Randy Wolf went 8 innings, 1 run against the Cardinals his last time out, got the win. Now 8 innings, no runs against the Dodgers here tonight. Well, this is the kind of matchup you pay to see right here. Axford against Kemp. Power against power. And a swing and a miss. 97 with the heat right by Kemp. 0-2.
Yeah, Axford's first pitch to Andre Ethier, 93 miles an hour. He's a little bit oiled up right now at 97.
Oh, 2 to Kemp. Into center. Jerry Hairston coming in, and he can't get it. Axford got in on his hands, but Kemp able to muscle it into center field for a base hit. Well, if you're just joining us, we had a triple play tonight, and you'll be seeing this one many, many times over the next 24 hours. A 4-6-3-2 triple play. And we'll feature that triple play, especially the turn that Josh Wilson turned to Betancourt in our post-game instructional tonight on Brewers Live. And take one batter prior. Rock brought this up. The play that Josh Wilson makes keeping Kemp at second base turned out to be a big one. There's a line drive, and there's your ball game. A line out and another double play, and this one ends fittingly tonight. The 4th double play to go along with a triple play. And the Brewers win in shutout style. 3-0 Milwaukee. To 6 games up in the National League Central. And to 20 games over 500. What a ball club. Much more still to come on this game. Craig Kashawn, what do you have coming up on Brewers Live?
I'm trying to clear up my vision. I'm seeing double tonight. How about this, though? A 3-0 Brewer win. Post-game reaction from the players. Hopefully Randy Wolf, our star off the mound in this game, and all about the defense. All next on Brewers Live.